Hello everybody, it's Joe from JLW Games coming at you with another cool video, and I'm back in RollerCoaster Tycoon 3 in our theme park here in the medieval type theme. And when we left off, we were building a dark ride indoor roller coaster slash outdoor roller coaster, which is really cool. I decided to take a little bit of a break on that and create kind of the entrance to this area. So this is the entrance to the mine type themed area, the mining type theme company of the area that's has some really cool rides. So I was really thinking about what I was going to do next in here, and I was going to take a break a little bit from the coaster, and I do work on it just a little bit as I go along. So pretty much this is just the entrance. I had created a little bit of a building entrance because I never actually got around to it and I needed to do that, so that's what we are doing here. And so just some walls and some gates here to get you through the entrance. I'm thinking about putting up some maybe custom signs or something at the entrance and of this area, so it'd be really cool. Then I decided this is a perfect spot to put a flat ride, so I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do, so I'm here searching for the longest time and what would go good with the theme. I was thinking about the mine drop ride, but I thought it was too similar to the ride that was right across from it, which was my launch tower, so I decided to do something different here and go in a different direction, and I end up going with an in-game flat ride, which I know I don't have that many custom flat rides as I should, and not that I don't have that many that actually appeal to me very well, so I decided to go with the Insanity and maybe try and theme it up in some certain way, and I had to change the colors here, obviously. I always keep the regular entrances and don't have the invisible ones, simply because I like to just kind of give an idea of where they're at and stuff. That way I don't lose where they're at, and I change them later after I've already themed the area. So I try and do a lot of theming around this area. I go ahead and create the queue line floor as the wooden mine floor that I've been using in this area quite a bit. You're gonna see quite a few of the same sets and different types of areas. That way you can kind of get the feel of what area you're in, so it works really well. And then I decided to go with this path cover just to put under the ride, and I'm gonna put curves on the outside edges there. So I have a lot of work to do in this park, and hopefully I don't accidentally lose it like I did the last one, and I was so disappointed in that. But I'm actually pretty satisfied of the way this is actually looking so far. So I decided, what am I going to do for this queue line? I wanted to do something kind of different, and looked at this bridge set and kind of got these really thick, neat looking walls from a bridge set, and I don't know if I like them yet. I could change them in the future. Everything I do in this park probably might not be final, so you don't have to worry about that. And still got a lot to do. And then I decided to go ahead and fill in the area behind it, which gets into it later. And then I was like, hey, here's a staircase. It looks kind of cool. Don't know really what it's for, but then I'm like, okay, I'll just put some regular fences in between the walls here, and I couldn't find something I wanted, so I decided to go with Station Gem's fencing set, I think is what it was, and just got some of those metal fences. Like, they're really good for queuing lines and stuff like that. And I decided to put this queue line in just in the square form, unlike the usual. So it still looks pretty unique with some of the stuff I'm using. So hopefully, I hope so. So it's just a lot of stuff to get accomplished here. And while I was there, I decided to put the curved things there, the curved fencing there, and got rid of the fencing, and just right here I'm just pretty much filling in the fencing. And something I do like to have is operator booths, so I still need to add the operator booth somewhere on this ride. I don't know where to put it. I'm very bad at adding operator booths, and because I'm so bad at them. And right here I'm thinking about what I'm going to do for under the fence, like kind of like one of those brick pathways or something. I'm not entirely sure, so I just didn't worry about it right now, and I ran into some sort of rock set and decided to start putting random rocks here. So I was just kind of looking through some stuff at this point. I was like, hey, why not put some rocks over here? This is kind of cool. So I thought I'd put some rocks here in this little area just to fill it. Some rocks and some trees just kind of fill the area and make it look a little bit unique and kind of cool. I know I love using these rock sets and just as a filler area for little spots like this in between like areas of the park. They could work really well, and then just place a couple trees and some bushes in between those cracks there to make it look really nice. And I decided to use like all sorts of different types of rock colors and textures and stuff like that. And then I decided to go into Spice's trees because I really like their tree selection there, and I added just a couple different types of trees. And we get into the bushes. This is a long time I'm spending on just this area of just a filler, and it's just kind of ridiculous of how long I spend on this just for this. But it ends up turning out pretty okay. I mean, I'm not the greatest at pretty much scenery in that matter, and I wish I was. I feel like I get better and better every single time I do a new park, but I actually think this is the best park I've ever had on starting a theme park, actually, and I'm pretty proud of it so far. And it's got that medieval theme with the mine area. I'm still trying to plan what I'm going to do for the other areas of this park, and we'll figure that out as we go along. But for right now, we're going to stick with what we know what we're doing, and that's the mine themed area. I'm thinking about either adding another roller coaster in this side or putting a water ride, some sort of water ride over here in the mine themed area, and I'm thinking leading towards an actual water ride. I don't have any experience of creating awesome water rides, so that's something I'm gonna have to work on in the future, and I might just do some practicing off screen for that, so I can maybe get a little bit better at that. But I'm pretty much just going through all the gardening sets of station gems here and placing random stuff just to fill this empty spots around the flat ride and make it look just a lot cooler with the flat ride, or with the flat rides and the foliage and the trees and stuff, because I didn't really know what else to do in this area, and I did not feel like working on the coaster stuff, and I didn't have too much planned going into this episode. But hopefully by next episode I'll have a little bit more planned of what I want to do in this area, and I'm thinking I need to add some more buildings. Mine-themed buildings, like some restaurants or something, would be kind of cool, because, you know, you gotta have some restaurants and some buildings in this area as well, just to give it that cool feel. And I need to add a couple more rides too, and this area will be looking pretty good. So I want each area to be pretty big, so I'm thinking about having about maybe 3 to 4 different areas. You got the mine theme, you got the entrance area, which doesn't count as its own area, it's just the entrance that leads into the different areas, and each area will probably connect to each other as well. So pretty much here I decided to go over to the coaster and work on the terraforming, because it was just all messed up and it needed to be worked on. So that's that, and pretty much just kind of averaged out the hill here that goes way down to make it a little more realistic feeling and more better feeling. And you just do the terrain averager, or it's pretty much the smooth tool, as I like to call it. And I'm trying to get rid of those edges without I got close to the building. I didn't want to move anything over there, otherwise it would move the walls around, and I knew I had to get the terraforming done first before I did anything. Then I decided to just add a little bit of hills around the ride, give it a little bit more character to it, and just kind of a more realistic feel. And then you just kind of smooth it out, and you got some nice realistic terraforming. And I think I'm going to change the texture of the grass in this game eventually, but I don't know what to. I think you can import your own textures, which would be kind of cool, to get some more realistic ground textures and stuff like that. And then I decided to go ahead and try and get rid of all the in-game supports, as I try to put my own supports in to give it a better look to it and cooler feel. And this is the expansion CTR I used for this. Some people were asking me what CTR this was. This is expansion CTR. It was a really cool CTR that just came out not too long ago, and it has a lot of track pieces that are a lot smoother than in-game. That works a lot better. So it's definitely something to check out if you don't already have the CTR, because it's really nice, and it has a lot of different trains to choose from and stuff like that, and that's very nice. And I just really want to theme everything up really well, and hopefully probably by next episode I'll work more on this coaster. probably more on like the supporting, and I just didn't feel like doing the indoor part yet. I wasn't inspired to do that yet, so because I'm still trying to plan out what is going to be all in the indoor part, and I haven't created a dark ride in years, so it's very difficult. And then I go ahead and try and build the tower to the lift hill to get us started. That's the last thing I do in here, so not much going on here except for creating this tower. I used the simple JCat Steelworks. I feel like it still does the job pretty good for these box supports, and this lift obviously is going to have a box support, and because I like vertical lift hill coasters. They're pretty fun to have, and just look at that first drop, vertical drop, looks cool, and it's going to be really cool. I'm really excited for this park, and I just can't wait to get it done, but I know there's so much work to do before I get this finished, and I kind of want to get this finished before RCT World comes out as my last, you know, big RollerCoaster Tycoon 3 park, but I will end up finishing it no matter what, even if RCT World comes out before I finish it. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. There's not much left here to talk about except for this. I want to know what you guys think in the comments. What do you guys prefer? Do you prefer me live streaming this park more, or would you prefer it to be kind of this, you know, time lapse that I do? I record for like 50 minutes, then change it into a time lapse, or I could live stream it and just make that live stream a time lapse in the regular video. That's also an option. So let me know in the comments what you guys think I should start doing, what you guys prefer. Would you rather me live stream this every time and turn it into a time lapse, or live stream it, or just have that 2-hour like video? I mean, I could change it into a time lapse just for this, but I would appreciate your feedback, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you have a great day and an even cooler tomorrow. Goodbye.